A game that many PSVR fans love is the indie game known as Honor and Duty. It was the first real online shooting game for PSVR. And the best part is that the game was dirt cheap. It wasn't the best in quality, but it brought fun, fast-paced multiplayer combat. And shortly after Honor and Duty released, the developers Strange Games Studios announced a sequel called Honor and Duty D-Day, which would bring bigger maps, more weapons, increased amount of players, and much more. They even did a few betas for the game. I played a few hours and loved it, but now that the full game is out, we can see all the changes they've made and how the full version is. So, is Honor and Duty D-Day any good? Honor and Duty D-Day is a multiplayer online shooter that brings massive battles to PSVR. There currently isn't a story mode, but that will be released in the future as paid DLC. The game has two multiplayer modes, Battle Royale and just a standard multiplayer mode. If you click on the standard multiplayer mode, you'll be given the option to host a game or to join someone's game. And if you click on Battle Royale, you'll instantly be put into a lobby to wait for more players to join. The Battle Royale game is like all other Battle Royale games. You drop onto a big map, find weapons and ammo, and slowly move towards the middle as a wall forces you to move. My only complaint with this game mode is that there isn't a mode to play in squads. You're all on your own. It's a decent game mode, but I didn't enjoy it nearly as much as the main multiplayer mode. So now let's talk about the main event, the standard multiplayer mode. When you create or join a game, it will shuffle between different game modes and maps. There are two game modes, Team Deathmatch and Capture. Team Deathmatch has both teams fighting to get the most kills. The team with the most points at the end of the game wins. And Capture has both teams fighting to capture 3 different points. Whoever gets the most points from captures wins. Each game can have up to 32 players, and when you have a lot of players in your game, it gets really fun. Whenever you start the game or die, you'll be brought into a screen where you can select your class and your weapon. There are 4 different classes to play: Medic, Engineer, Assault, and Heavy. You start out with Assault, but unlock more as you level up. You can level up just by playing the game. But as for the guns, there are tons to choose from. You have machine guns, rifles, pistols, and a lot of other awesome weapons. You always have a knife on you too, which is hard to get kills with, but if you do, it'll be very satisfying. Now as for the gameplay itself, it's a very fun and fast-paced game. Unlike other shooters like Firewall, you don't need to worry about dying, because you can instantly respawn. This gives you the freedom to experiment multiple different strategies without worrying about having to wait till the next round if you die. You can sprint, jump, and get inside vehicles. The vehicles that you find are tanks and cars. The tanks are slow and take a few men to run, but they're very powerful. But then there's my favorite, the cars. They're extremely fast and can get you to the other side of the map within seconds. You can also shoot while inside the car, and other players can hop in with you. The gameplay is just so well done. When you have a full game, it's hard to put the game down. I found myself hopping in just to play a few minutes, but ended up playing an hour or two instead. As for VR options and controller support, they did really well in this department. There are options for both click and smooth turning, you can turn off blinders, you can increase movement speed, which I highly recommend, and a lot more. The game also supports the aim controller, move controllers, DualShock 4, and even the soon-to-be-released 3D rudder. I tried each of the controller options, but my favorite was definitely the aim controller. So overall, Honor and Duty D-Day was everything I hoped it would be. A fast-paced, fun, epic VR multiplayer game that gave me and continues to give me some of the best moments I've had in VR. And I haven't even mentioned that they are selling the game for dirt cheap. Sure, there is the occasional controller drift or wonky physics when objects collide, but that stuff didn't bother me at all. If you have a PSVR, this is a must-have.